back when we, is this thing working?
Yes.
Okay. Back when we were in the house together, people would normally confuse us because our names were so similar. So they'd be coming up to Bill and saying, "Hey Jim, how are you?" And coming up to me and saying, "Hey Bill, how are you?" And we actually had similar positions on a number of issues, and so Bill, I'm glad to see you here today. I have not only created jobs, but I've run some pretty good-sized companies. The last one was 2,600 folks in 8 states. So I know a little bit about how to administer a large organization. And the difference, I think, or one of the differences between myself and Governor Beebe is pretty apparent. I have created a lot of jobs in my life, whereas Governor Beebe is a trial attorney, and as I understand it, a very good one. But we just bring a different perspective to this race. One of having created jobs and understanding what it's like to sign the front side of a paycheck versus being involved in government now for the last 2.5 decades as the governor has. After I served, and I was very proud to do, I think, a good job, authored a number of bills, including the 2 Strikes and You're Out bill, which Governor Beebe was actually chairman of the Judiciary Committee that I got through that bill through. It was not the easiest thing. I did Moral, in fact, High Moral, in case you're watching today too. Moral is also a fine guy, and they were the co-chairman of the Judiciary Committee, so it took me a few more times going back and forth to that committee probably to get it through, but it's the strongest violent offender statute in the country. It puts the really bad guys away, and it doesn't give them an opportunity to get out, because that's exactly where they need to be. When they would rape, or when they would commit a aggravated assault with a fire weapon, those type of things, those are the kind of folks that we need to get off our streets. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I also recognized back then that one of the terrible problems that we have in our state is illiteracy. And so I authored, was one of the co-authors of the literacy bill, and Governor Clinton actually appointed me to the first literacy commission, and I did that for a number of years and served on other literacy boards across the state, because I recognize that if we don't do something to attack our economic problems at their very roots, then we're never going to be able to fix the problems in our state. So I very much enjoyed serving, but then I did what our founding fathers say you should do. I went home. Remember, they said, serve, do your best, and then go back to the farm, go back to business, but go home. Well, that's what I did, and during the last 14 years since I've been out of public service, I've had people come up and kept encouraging me to run for the United States Senate or for the Congress, or to get re-engaged in the political process, because they knew that I was honest, that I did my very best job, and I always had Arkansas's interests first. But then I saw what was going on in our country. I saw these deficits continue to spiral out of control. I saw a lack of political will in our country to solve those problems and to attack them at their very roots. And I saw a variety of other problems, such as the stimulus bill. When the stimulus bill came up, our governor said, that's none of our business. Well, folks, we're paying for it. It is our business. It's an important national issue. And I can assure you that you will never see me, when I'm your governor, not take a stand on issues that are terribly important for the future of our state. So then the Obamacare bill comes up, and our governor decides to not take a position once again, despite my urging him to do so on a variety of occasions. He said that he was concerned about it. Well, folks, guess what? We're all concerned about it, but what is your position? He would not take a position until the bill passed. And then he said that he would not have voted for it. In my opinion, had our governor taken his case to the people of Arkansas and said to them, yes, it has some good provisions. It has some things that we as Americans can all agree upon that we would want to have in a bill to help reform health care. But we simply can't afford the $200 million price tag that it has on it. And had he done that, in my opinion, Blanche Lincoln probably would not have voted for it last Christmas Eve, and we would not have the health care bill today.